Chapter 1. The rise of Tiberius. Tiberius Claudius Nero was born in 42 BC, the son of Tiberius Nero and Livia Drusilla. From a young age, Tiberius was exposed to the machinations of Roman politics. His mother, Livia, would later become the wife of Augustus, cementing Tiberius's position within the imperial family. As a young man, Tiberius was a promising military leader. He served in various campaigns and gained a reputation for his strategic acumen. However, his relationship with Augustus was complicated, shaped by familial ties, political expectations, and personal aspirations. Tiberius's early career was marked by success, yet he was also overshadowed by the achievements of other members of the Julio-Claudian family. Augustus's biological heirs, notably Gaius and Lucius Caesar, captured much of the emperor's attention and favor. This created a tension within the imperial family, as Tiberius sought to carve out his own identity and secure his position as a potential heir. Chapter 2. The political landscape of Rome. By 4 AD, the political landscape of Rome was fraught with complexity. Augustus had effectively neutralized many of his rivals and consolidated power, yet threats still lingered. The empire was vast, and maintaining control over its territories required a delicate balance of power and influence. The question of succession loomed large. Augustus had suffered the tragic loss of his grandsons, Lucius and Gaius, who had died young, leaving the emperor without a clear heir. The emperor's health was declining, and he was acutely aware that time was running out. He needed a successor who could uphold the stability he had established and continue his vision for the empire. Tiberius, despite his qualifications and military accomplishments, had a reputation that was not entirely favorable. His temperament, characterized by a somber demeanor and an inclination toward introspection, contrasted sharply with the more charismatic and popular personas of Augustus's grandsons. Nonetheless, Augustus recognized Tiberius's potential and his strategic value as a capable military leader. Chapter 3. The decision to adopt. In the spring of 4 AD, Augustus made a crucial decision that would alter the course of Roman history. During a meeting with his advisors, he expressed his intention to adopt Tiberius as his heir. This announcement was met with a mix of surprise and concern. Many in the court had expected Augustus to seek another candidate, given the rivalry and complex relationships within the imperial family. Augustus's decision was influenced by several factors. Firstly, Tiberius's military experience was essential in an empire that faced external threats from barbarian tribes and potential insurrections in the provinces. Secondly, adopting Tiberius would strengthen his ties with Livia, Augustus's wife, and provide a sense of continuity within the family. The adoption ceremony was a grand affair, attended by senators, military leaders, and the Roman populace. Augustus presented Tiberius to the people, proclaiming him the future of Rome. This public declaration was not only a signal of Augustus's confidence in Tiberius but also a strategic move to solidify loyalty among the ranks of the military and the Senate. Chapter 4. The reaction to the adoption. The news of Tiberius's adoption was met with mixed reactions throughout Rome. While some celebrated the move as a sign of stability and continuity, others were skeptical of Tiberius's suitability as emperor. The senatorial class, which had traditionally held power in the Roman Republic, viewed Tiberius with caution. His reputation as a reserved and austere individual contrasted sharply with the expectations of a ruler who needed to inspire confidence and loyalty. Many senators questioned whether Tiberius could embody the virtues of a Roman leader. Furthermore, there were whispers of discontent within the imperial family. The remaining biological heirs of Augustus felt threatened by Tiberius's rise. The delicate balance of power was now shifting, and rivalries began to simmer beneath the surface. Tiberius himself approached his adoption with a mix of gratitude and trepidation. While he was honored to be chosen as the heir, the expectations placed upon him weighed heavily. He recognized the challenges ahead and the scrutiny he would face as a member of the imperial family. Chapter 5. Tiberius's path as heir. With the adoption complete, Tiberius embarked on a path that would shape his future as the potential ruler of Rome. Augustus sought to prepare Tiberius for leadership, involving him in matters of state and governance. Tiberius's military experience was invaluable, and Augustus tasked him with overseeing military campaigns in the provinces. This role not only allowed Tiberius to showcase his leadership skills but also helped him gain the loyalty of the military, a crucial element for any aspiring emperor. Despite the pressures of his position, Tiberius remained largely reserved, often preferring solitude to the social demands of court life. His temperament and reluctance to engage in the political machinations of the court led some to question his commitment to the role of heir. As Tiberius traveled throughout the provinces, he encountered various challenges that tested his resolve. He dealt with local rebellions, diplomatic negotiations, and the complexities of maintaining order in a vast empire. These experiences shaped his understanding of governance and the responsibilities that would come with being emperor. Chapter 6. Augustus's health and legacy. As Augustus aged, concerns about his health grew. The emperor had established a remarkable legacy, transforming Rome into a powerful empire, but he understood that his time was limited. He focused on ensuring that Tiberius was prepared to inherit the mantle of leadership. In his later years, Augustus became increasingly reflective, contemplating the legacy he would leave behind. He wanted to ensure that Rome continued to flourish after his death and that Tiberius would uphold the principles and values that had guided his reign. To further solidify Tiberius's position, Augustus began to promote him publicly. He appointed Tiberius to key positions within the government and encouraged him to engage with the Senate. Augustus's efforts aimed to foster a sense of unity between Tiberius and the traditional elite, bridging the gap between the old and new orders. Despite these efforts, tensions continued to simmer. The Senate remained divided over Tiberius's suitability as a ruler, and factions began to emerge, each with its own ambitions and agendas. The political landscape of Rome was shifting, and Augustus understood that he needed to navigate these complexities carefully. Chapter 7. The final years of Augustus. As Augustus's health declined, the pressure on Tiberius intensified. The young heir faced the dual challenge of proving himself to the Roman people while also managing the expectations of his adoptive father. Augustus's health became increasingly fragile, and the realities of mortality loomed over the emperor and the empire. Tiberius's commitment to duty was tested as he grappled with the uncertainty of the future. He understood that his actions during this period would shape not only his destiny but also the legacy of Augustus. The bond between Augustus and Tiberius deepened during this time. Augustus, despite his health challenges, continued to provide guidance and mentorship to Tiberius. The emperor emphasized the importance of prudence, diplomacy, and moral integrity, qualities that he believed would define a successful ruler. As the year progressed, Augustus's condition deteriorated. The emperor faced significant health challenges, and rumors of his impending death circulated throughout Rome. Tiberius, acutely aware of the political implications, remained steadfast in his loyalty to Augustus while preparing for the responsibilities that lay ahead. Chapter 8. The passing of Augustus. In August of 14 AD, Augustus died, marking the end of an era for Rome. His passing left the empire in a state of uncertainty, and the transition of power to Tiberius was fraught with challenges. Tiberius mourned the loss of his adoptive father, recognizing the profound impact Augustus had on his life and career. The transition was not merely a change of leadership, it was a moment that would define Tiberius's legacy as he sought to step out of Augustus's shadow and establish his authority. In the aftermath of Augustus's death, Tiberius faced immediate challenges. The Senate, initially hesitant to accept him as the new emperor, required reassurances of stability and continuity. Tiberius understood that he needed to earn their trust and prove himself worthy of the mantle of leadership. As Tiberius navigated the complexities of his new role, he reflected on the lessons imparted by Augustus. He recognized that ruling an empire required not only strength and military prowess but also the ability to balance the interests of various factions within Roman society. Chapter 9. Tiberius's consolidation of power. In the wake of Augustus's death, Tiberius worked diligently to consolidate his power. He understood that establishing legitimacy was essential for his rule, and he sought to honor Augustus's legacy while carving out his path. Tiberius faced opposition from those loyal to Augustus's vision, as well as factions within the Senate that remained skeptical of his capabilities. To counter this, he implemented policies that aligned with Augustus's principles, reassuring the elite and demonstrating his commitment to maintaining the stability of the empire. One of Tiberius's key strategies was to engage in public works and initiatives that would benefit the Roman populace. He emphasized the importance of welfare programs, focusing on issues such as grain distribution and infrastructure development. These efforts aimed to secure the support of the people and reinforce his legitimacy as emperor. Tiberius's cautious approach to governance, however, was met with mixed reactions. While some admired his dedication to stability, others criticized him for being indecisive and lacking the charisma that characterized Augustus's reign. The shadow of his predecessor loomed large, and Tiberius grappled with the expectations placed upon him. Chapter 10. A new era for Rome. As Tiberius navigated the challenges of leadership, he began to establish his identity as emperor. His reign would ultimately be defined by a mix of accomplishments and controversies, as he sought to balance the ideals of Augustus with the realities of governance. The adoption of Tiberius by Augustus in 4 AD had set the stage for a transition that would shape the future of the Roman Empire. While Tiberius faced obstacles and criticisms, he remained committed to the principles of leadership instilled in him by Augustus. Tiberius's reign would witness significant changes in Roman governance, as he sought to adapt to the evolving political landscape. His legacy, like that of Augustus, would be a complex tapestry woven with both triumphs and tribulations. In the years that followed, Tiberius would encounter various challenges, including revolts, political intrigues, and the delicate task of maintaining control over a vast empire. His journey as emperor was a testament to the resilience of the Julio-Claudian dynasty and the enduring legacy of Augustus's vision for Rome.